The New York Yankees have quietly made a move that's got a lot of fans buzzing, but also scratching their heads about the bigger picture. This isn't the blockbuster signing everyone's been waiting for, the kind of splash that immediately fixes glaring issues and puts the team firmly on the path to contention. Instead, it's a subtle addition, a veteran infielder in Nikki Lopez, who brings solid defensive skills but hasn't exactly been lighting up the offensive numbers lately. So what's going on here? Why would the Yankees settle for this when it's obvious they have glaring holes, especially in their infield, that desperately need fixing? Let's rewind a bit and look at the context. The Yankees right now are stuck with a puzzling defensive setup, especially around second and third base. Jazz Chisholm, a dynamic player with serious talent, is manning third base, but it's costing the team defensively. When he's at third, opponents are hitting over .300 against the Yankees, which is way too high for a team that wants to be a serious contender. Meanwhile, when Chisholm moves back to his more natural position at second base, the team's defensive stats improve drastically, with opponents batting under .00. That's a huge difference, and it points directly to where the Yankees need to focus their efforts. The strange thing is, despite all this data and the obvious defensive upgrade Chisholm would provide at second, the Yankees haven't made the move to get him there permanently. A big part of this holds up with the front office's plans, particularly the way Brian Cashman and the Yankees decision-makers have handled the situation. When Cashman brought in Jazz, the idea was that Gleyber Torres would shift over to third base, freeing up second base for Jazz, but Torres refused to move to third, which left the Yankees scrambling. Jazz, ever the competitor, stepped up and agreed to play third, even though it's not his preferred or most comfortable spot. He's said multiple times he wants to win with the Yankees and is willing to adapt, but it's clear he'd rather be at second base right now. The Yankees have DJ LeMahieu occupying second base, but his performance has been a shadow of what it used to be. His defense isn't what it once was, and his offensive numbers have dipped below his own career standards. It's obvious the Yankees are clinging to him partly because of loyalty, and partly because they haven't found a better alternative yet. But it raises the question, how long can they afford to hold on to a player who no longer has the athleticism or consistency to contribute at the level this team needs? With all that in mind, the Yankees saw an opening and decided to act. They signed veteran infielder Nikki Lopez on a minor league deal, a player known more for his defense than his bat. Lopez was a Gold Glove finalist in 2024, so his defensive reputation is solid. He spent 5 years as a utility player with the Kansas City Royals and since then has bounced around several teams. While his glove is certainly an asset, his offensive numbers tell a much different story. This season, in a very limited sample size, Lopez has hit a mere .0 for 2, with just 1 hit in 24 at-bats, an RBI, and an on-base percentage of .179. His slugging percentage sits at a dismal .0 for 2 as well, resulting in an OPS of .220, which is well below any acceptable level for a team looking to compete. What makes this signing even more puzzling is that Lopez is a left-handed hitter, while the Yankees had previously indicated they wanted to target a right-handed third baseman, so why bring in Lopez? It could be a signal that the front office is at least acknowledging the infield problem and starting to lay the groundwork for a bigger move. Lopez's presence doesn't solve the issue on its own, but it might be a step toward getting Jazz back to second base, where he's more comfortable and effective. Looking deeper into Lopez's career, it's clear he's been inconsistent at the plate. His only season with a batting average worth noting was back in 2021. Since then, his offensive production has been underwhelming, with OPS numbers lingering well below league average. Even with the Chicago White Sox in 2024, a team known for strong lineups, Lopez couldn't find a groove. His brief appearances this season with the Angels and Cubs haven't changed that trend much, though he did manage to record that single RBI hit with the Cubs. Defensively, Lopez is valuable, and the Yankees will likely use him situationally. But this signing seems less about boosting offense and more about patching a glaring defensive hole. It feels like an acknowledgement that the experiment with Oswald Peraza just isn't working. Peraza, who was once considered a promising option in the infield, has struggled mightily this season, hitting just .157 with 19 hits in 121 at-bats. His slugging and on-base percentages are low, and while he offers some defensive flexibility by being able to cover shortstop and third base, his offensive struggles are a significant liability. The Yankees' handling of Peraza is a case study in frustration. His value tanked, and while the team could have traded him when his stock was higher, they didn't. Now, he's underperforming, and there's little indication that he'll turn it around anytime soon. That leaves the Yankees stuck between keeping him as a backup or cutting bait and trying to find someone better. Meanwhile, DJ LeMahieu, who's holding down second base, isn't providing much hope either. His offensive numbers are better than Peraza's, but still below what the Yankees need. An OPS of .664 and a batting average of .24 might sound decent to some, but for a team aiming for a championship, it's not good enough. The general consensus is that LeMahieu is past his prime. He's not the player he used to be. And while the Yankees are reluctant to move on from a veteran they trust, it's becoming clear they need fresh legs in that spot. It's no secret that Aaron Boone, the Yankees manager, has publicly backed LeMahieu, even as his performance has declined early in the season. Boone expressed unwavering confidence in LeMahieu's ability to bounce back, but fans and analysts alike are skeptical. It seems more like Boone's loyalty is keeping LeMahieu in the lineup rather than merit. The bigger picture is that the Yankees desperately need reinforcements in their infield. If they want to contend this year, it's not just a suggestion or preference anymore. It's an absolute necessity. The team needs a strong, reliable third baseman who can also allow Jazz Chisholm to move back to his natural position at second base. This defensive shift would improve the team's overall performance and might even spark a boost in offensive production, as Jazz has historically hit well at second. The hesitation to make this move appears tied to concerns about hitting. The Yankees have noted that their offense has been stronger with Chisholm at third base than at second. However, when you look at the bigger picture, the defensive liabilities of keeping him at third outweigh the offensive concerns. In the playoffs last season, for example, Chisholm struggled at the plate playing third, so it's not as if moving him back to second is a guaranteed hit killer. Ultimately, the Yankees' defensive struggles are glaring, and their infield situation has been mismanaged. The decision to bring in Nikki Lopez feels more like a band-aid than a fix, but it does indicate some level of awareness from the front office. Looking ahead, a realistic target might be someone like Yoán Moncada from the Angels. Moncada has shown he can provide consistency both offensively and defensively, and though his playing time this season has been limited, his skills at third base and ability to hit from both sides of the plate make him an attractive option. If the Yankees could land Moncada, it would solve several problems at once. It would give them a true third baseman, allow Chisholm to slide back to second base, and potentially move LeMahieu out of the lineup or to a less demanding role. This kind of trade would send a clear message that the Yankees are serious about fixing their infield issues and pushing hard for a championship run. For now, though, the Yankees seem stuck in a limbo, making minor moves like signing Lopez while bigger questions loom. Their infield defense remains a glaring weakness, and until they address it properly, the path to a World Series title will be a steep climb. The clock is ticking, and the Yankees fans are watching closely to see if their front office will finally make the moves that this storied franchise desperately needs. Continuing from where we left off, it's clear that the Yankees' infield situation isn't just a minor wrinkle. It's a fundamental issue that could derail their entire season if left unaddressed. The defensive struggles have a ripple effect on the pitching staff and the overall flow of the game. When your infield can't reliably field ground balls or cover bases efficiently, pitchers start to lose confidence and runs start to pile up. That's exactly what's been happening with New York this year, and it's why fans are frustrated despite the roster's overall talent. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In a stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the baseball world, rumors are swirling that Matt Chapman, the star third baseman, is on the verge of joining the New York Yankees in a blockbuster trade with the San Francisco Giants. Although nothing has been officially announced yet, multiple sources close to the team suggest that the deal is not only possible but may be imminent, creating an electrifying buzz among fans and analysts alike. Matt Chapman, known for his exceptional defensive skills and powerful bat, has been a cornerstone for the Giants, delivering consistent performances at the hot corner and bringing an aggressive edge to the lineup. His potential move to the Yankees would represent a seismic shift in the team's dynamics, as New York looks to bolster their infield and add a proven run producer to their already potent roster. For the Giants, parting ways with Chapman would mark a significant change in their core, signaling perhaps a new direction or a strategic rebuild. The details of the trade are still under wraps, but insiders hint that the Yankees might be offering a package of promising prospects and veteran players in exchange for Chapman. This potential swap has set off a frenzy of speculation, with many debating how the third baseman's arrival could impact the Yankees' playoff aspiration. Fans in the Bronx are reportedly buzzing with excitement at the prospect of seeing Chapman don the iconic pinstripes, imagining the defensive prowess and clutch hitting he could bring to Yankee Stadium. Meanwhile, Giants supporters are grappling with the possibility of losing one of their most dynamic players. If the trade goes through, it could indicate a willingness by San Francisco to shake up their roster and perhaps focus on developing younger talent or addressing other positional needs. The ripple effects of this move would likely be felt across the league as both teams recalibrate their strategies and lineups. While the trade remains a rumor, the intensity of the chatter and the credibility of the sources fueling it make this one of the most talked about potential moves of the offseason. Baseball insiders and commentators are watching closely, anticipating official confirmation that could redefine the makeup of two of the game's most storied franchises. As the story unfolds, fans can only wait and wonder, will Matt Chapman soon be making highlight reel plays in pinstripes? Or is this just another tantalizing rumor destined to fade away? The baseball world is on edge, ready for what could be a historic trade that shakes up the landscape heading into the new season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.